At Children's National Hospital, everything we do is just for kids. Our top-ranked specialists are here for kids of all ages, from babies who need help before they're even born to teens and young adults. Our pediatric experts work together to diagnose problems quickly and thoroughly and use treatments designed exclusively for growing children. With convenient locations all across the D.C. metro area, find a specialist today at childrensnational.org/stronger.
Get running this fall at Dunkin' with $2 medium iced coffees from 2 to 6 p.m. Try any of Dunkin's delicious iced coffee, like their signature original blend. Or treat yourself to mocha, caramel, or the fall favorite, pumpkin. Always freshly brewed, made just the way you like it. Make time for happy hour and enjoy a $2 medium iced coffee from 2 to 6 p.m. Washington, D.C. runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Buckeye Weekly Podcast. I am Tony Gerdeman here, as always, with Tom Orr. Tom, how's it going?
Tony, I woke up this morning before my alarm, made the kids breakfast, got them on the school bus. It's a beautiful fall day. I'm like, man, what a morning. And then I went back and in preparation for our bold prediction show, went through and checked how I did on last week's bold predictions. And Tony, I'm having a terrible day. How are you?
Well, it's funny that you talk about bold predictions. This is our bold prediction show. And you mentioned that last week, maybe things didn't go so great for you. We'll get into that, I'm sure. Today has been a great day because I went back and, checked out my predictions and, am I mad about the one that I got wrong? Of course. I'm very mad about that one. Could I spend an hour talking about it and blaming people? Yes. Will I spend a half hour doing that? Yes. But I'm doing well, Tom. Thank you. Thank you for asking. We probably should just let people know how we did last week. Tom, would you like to, I'll leave the floor to you right now.
Sure. I'll just run through them really quickly and people can find out why I'm just absolutely infuriated. So the first one was 100 yards of total offense for Trevion Henderson in the first half. Tony, how many did he have in the first quarter? 76 yards. Only needed 24 more in the second quarter. You want to guess how many times he touched the ball in the second quarter? Two. Ryan Day got that one wrong. I was right. Ryan Day got that one wrong. Number 2, 13 different players recorded a carry or a catch. They hadn't done that since at least 2019. Yes, I hit that one. So there's one correct. Number 3, 4 Ohio State players with at least 6 rushes each. Tony, Mayan Williams did it. Trevion Henderson did it. Master Teague did it. Would you like to know how many carries Evan Pryor had in the game?
Did he finish with 5?
He did finish with 5, Tony. He did finish with 5. Jack Miller finished with 4. One away. Again, I'm right. Ryan Day is wrong. Number 4, Akron has less than 100 yards of total offense at halftime. Tony, do you know how many yards they finished with in the first half?
I hope it was 100.
It was 112. It was like one stupid first down. Another one wrong. At least 7 Buckeyes show up in the tackle for loss column. That had only happened once since the start of the 2020 season. And yes, it did. It happened. 8 did. So got that one. So that's 2 correct. Number 6, 3 players other than CJ Stroud take a snap for Ohio State. I'm counting Jesse Mirko. Does that count? Does he? Because there was Jack Miller and CJ Stroud, or Jack Miller and Kyle McCord.
No, because you could also throw in the holder with the Jesse Mirko there.
Which is also Jesse Mirko. No, that's Tom, why I'm not trying to cheat. He's the holder too. We
went through that before during the show, or at some point you have also not allowed me to use that one. So there's precedent there for no.
So 3 players other than CJ Stroud take a snap for Ohio State. That felt extremely bold at the time. Only 2. I would have loved to see Jagger LaRoe get just a couple snaps at the end of the game. Would have been nice for him. Again, that's on Ryan Day. That's not on me. The 2-pointer, which is a little extra bold. Ohio State has 4 plays longer than 35 yards in the first half. Tony, they had 3 plays longer than 35 yards in the first half. And then they had a Jackson Smith-Njigba touchdown that went for 34 yards. Yes, yes. I missed it by 1 yard. Yes. And then Ohio State has 2 players pass for 100 yards in a game for the first time since 2017, second time since 2011, 319 yards and 66 yards. Yes. So yes, if they had, yep. So I missed one of them by 1 yard. I missed one of them by Travion Henderson only getting 2 touches in the second quarter. Missed one of them by 1 carry. One of them by like 1 play right at the end of the half for Akron. It was Tony. I am living in a nightmare and I cannot wake up.
So you had 3 bonus predictions. Was it 2 or 3 bonus predictions that you threw in there?
Well, I have two bonus predictions, and I missed one of them by 1 yard. Yes,
you missed it. So 6 predictions, 7 predictions, and you got 2 right. That's, you know what? I'm not gonna say that's bad. That's determined by the listeners. Fortunately for you, Tom, I did not write down my bonus predictions, so I have no idea what they are. I probably got them right.
We should record these shows so we can go back and check on them later. That's on us. Sorry.
Lost to history at this point. My first prediction was Ohio State will rush and pass for at least 220 yards.
Stealing my prediction from previous weeks. Yes, go on. Let me guess if that happened. Let me think. I'm going to say yes, it did happen.
Had it ever happened before this year? Like, did it happen at all this year?
No. All the times that I had predicted it had come extremely close and then not actually happened. Yes, this is turning into, like, I think people are like, these guys are doing a bit. No, we're not doing a bit. This is just literally the universe hates me. Go on.
My second one was somebody other than CJ Stroud. There was a touchdown pass, and we recorded before it was known that CJ Stroud wasn't going to play. You may have put up a fight about that one.
I believe I did, because it was terrible, because we had a pretty good sense that CJ Stroud was not going to play.
And then, so what I changed it to was Kyle McCord will throw a touchdown in the second quarter. Do you know when Jackson Smith
and Jigba? Yes, I know exactly when it was. It was the second quarter.
Thank you very much.
If only he had been 1 yard further back, we both could have gotten points out of that one. Alas,
I'm okay with how it worked out. Somebody other than Garrett Wilson or Chris Olave or Travion Henderson will have a catch of at least 45 yards. We saw that with Emeka Egbuka going 85 yards or whatever. I believe you made me say I had to go with the freshman defensive lineman would have at least 2.5 tackles for loss. They did that. Jack Sawyer had a sack. Tyreek Williams had 2 sacks. Got that. Last one was Ohio State will outgain Akron by at least 400 yards. They outgained them by 393.
Oh, so my heart breaks for you, Tony.
I'm not going to blame anybody for that. I'm not going to blame myself either. But so, just because, we're not here to brag about how well we do with these picks.
I'm certainly not.
Exactly. But, people are keeping score. So we thought we would just let you know that all of that. Tom, I will let you go first this week if you would like to, and then we can start trading back and forth.
Sure. Rutgers gave up 2.9 yards per carry against Michigan last week, 2.9 yards per carry. I say Travion Henderson at least doubles that this week, 5.8 yards per carry or more for Travion Henderson this week against Rutgers, double what Michigan did last week.
So you're saying he's going to rush for 3 or 4 yards less than his current average?
I think Rutgers may be slightly better than Akron is, I think, my takeaway there.
But this is an average built over 4 games, not just Akron.
Yes. Well, I'm comparing apples to apples against the Michigan at Rutgers game from last week.
I need at least 2.5 times.
2.5 times?
So
nobody told me there would be math.
It's at 7.3.
7.25.
On your phone. How about 7? I can't. You have to at least be 6.2.
6.2. 6.2. Done.
Yeah, look at you jumping on that. All right. Okay. I totally expect that to happen because, again, that is what his average is. Although I was thinking one of my bold predictions would be like Mayan Williams will outrush him. And we'll see if that actually is one of my bold predictions. But I don't like it a lot, but you know what? We are amenable here. We're not trying to hurt each other or say negative things about each other. That's not what the show is about. So I'll go ahead and allow that one.
I'm pretty sure in the past you've said that's exactly what the show is about. I'm almost positive that you've
That's not what this one, this today's show is
this
about.
particular episode.
Right.
Okay,
Tomorrow's show, who knows? I make no promises beyond this moment. My first one, Chris Olave will have at least 2 touchdowns. He had, I think he's had 2 catches the last 2 weeks. It's been a while since he's hit the end zone. It's been a while since the ball has hit him. And so I think he is due. I think he is going to have a pretty big game. This is also, Rutgers has some good corners. So they've got a good secondary that can keep, they can pressure Olave. They can annoy him. But I think it's time. And whether that's 2 jet sweeps for 3 yards total, I don't care, Tom. It still counts as a laser in the box score. So I am going Olave 2 touchdowns this week. You cannot dispute that as being not bold. He's done it before in his career. And so, yes, there is precedent, but he doesn't do it a lot. So I'm going to stick with 2 touchdowns for Olave.
I'll allow it. That's good. That's a good bold one. I mean, picking any player to score 2 touchdowns in an individual game is kind of inherently bold. You're less than 50% chance of that happening for pretty much anyone on the team. So yes, I will allow it. I'm a little thrown by the fact that your first one was not Chris Olave will wear jersey number 2, which is like, wow, there's 100 jersey numbers. How could I possibly pick the exact number? But that's good. Good. That was good. You're off to a good start. All right. Number 2, Michigan had only 2 plays of 25 yards or longer against Rutgers. 2. Ohio State doubles that at least 4 plays of 25 yards or longer, which means they will now have 3 plays of 25 yards or longer and multiple 24-yard plays, which is fine because then you'll get to enjoy the show next week too.
So you're predicting that Ohio State will be 2 plays of 25 yards or longer under their average in this game.
Again, this is a better defense than they've played. You want to look at, I mean, like we can talk about the sacks and we'll get to sacks later. And I'm sure you'll give me grief about the sacks later, but they had 4 sacks total in the first 3 games and then 10 sacks against Akron. So like some of the season averages, you're early enough in the season that they're a little skewed by some of the numbers that they put up against Akron last week. So again, Ohio State doubles the number of plays of at least 25 yards or longer that Michigan had last week.
Okay. Now let's just talk this out, Tom. Ohio State has had 30 plays of at least 20 yards this season and 15 plays of at least 30 yards. So basically nearly 4 plays of 30 yards or more every game. And now your bold prediction is, we're not going to quite do that. Let's just stick to the 20 and be well under the average. And you for Rutgers, I mean, is this really Rutgers time? I'm going to need, you're going to have to bump that up to 30 yards. No, 30 plays of 25 yards.
30 plays of 25 yards. So 4 plays of 30 yards or longer.
That's just 5 yards more. I mean, really,
yes, it is just 5 yards longer. So good. We're agreed. 25 then. Good.
Because I just want,
I know as soon as I say yes to 30, they're going to be piling up 28-yard plays all day long. That's the
thing. Yes. Like every play that stops at like the opponent's 29-yard line, I'm going to be like, yes, that's a win for Tony. I don't care what happens from here on out. I just know you're not going to have a 30-yard touchdown. I will allow this if you move it back to the 30. Otherwise, you got to give me 5 of 25 or 4 of 30. That's just how this is going to be.
I'm going to say 4 of 30.
Yes.
You're going to text me every time the ball's on the 29-yard line.
I can't wait. Hopefully it'll work out that way. And the way that things have gone this season, it's gonna. I don't have too many concerns there. Now, Tom, I'm gonna have to come up with some of these on the fly because I know you're not going to allow any of these.
Rutgers has the birthplace of college football behind one of the end zones.
Because here's the funny thing. I just saw one of the ones I wrote down. It's Ohio State will have at least 3 30-yard plays.
Gird him in.
Bumpus is shoot. Okay.
Today, I want to tell you about a simple way to get all the entertainment you love without the hassle. DirecTV Stream brings your live TV and on-demand favorites together like never before, which means you can watch your favorite sports, movies, and shows all in one place. And the best part? There's no annual contract. So stop waiting and get your TV together with DirecTV Stream. You can learn more at directtv.com. That's directtv.com. Compatible device required. Content varies by package.
Spark innovation across your federal agency with IT hardware, software, and services from Connection Public Sector Solutions. Your technology procurement challenges will meet their match as Connection's dedicated account managers offer exceptional customer service, and our extensive list of supported federal contracts means you'll always get a price that works for your budget. Learn more about innovation for your agency with Connection Public Sector Solutions at connection.com/Fed contracts.
Been thinking about McDonald's all day. Can't get it off my mind. I can already taste it. Ooh, got my mind on my mouth and my mouth ready for some Mickey D's deal.
There's a deal for every moment at McDonald's.
Right now, get 2 of your favorites for just $3.50. Mix and match a classic McChicken, a hot and spicy McChicken, or a juicy McDouble. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Let's go with these are going to be so bad because they're going to have to be like so bold just off the top of my head. Like, Paul Stanley's going to come out of the stands and throw a touchdown to Gene Simmons, and they're from Kiss, Tom.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
So let's go. At least 4 catches from the tight ends. I was going to go 3, but I knew you wouldn't give me that. The tight ends, I think, have caught 8 passes this year, something of that number. So.
4 doesn't seem particularly bold in the year of the tight end.
But look at the stats. Also, Tom, how many catches did Rutgers give up to Michigan's tight ends last week?
I don't know. Apparently, that's completely irrelevant. So, so you got Jeremy Ruckert going back home to the East Coast. I think you may be looking to feature Jeremy Ruckert a little more.
Do you want me to go Ruckert alone, 3 catches?
Didn't you say 4 before?
I said 4 for the entire tight end group.
I'll give you 4 for Jeremy Ruckert.
It's never going to happen. But Tom, I'm feeling one. I'm feeling bold. 2, I'm feeling. You know what? I don't have a lot of these, so I need some of them. So okay, I will go Ruckert, 4 receptions. Now, when we say receptions, Tom, can we also count fumble recoveries?
No, we cannot.
What about?
Let's see. Warm-ups don't count. Let's just get all this up. Yeah, warm-ups don't count. You can't do like a like a carry forward on your tax refund. I'm just going to carry the loss forward to the future tax year. You can't carry forward a pass reception ahead.
What
against
about a knockdown?
Akron. No.
Pass catches or knockdowns or chip blocks.
If Jeremy Ruckert records a sack, I will allow you to catch that. Count that as a reception. There you go.
Anybody from the New Jersey, New York area recording a sack. Oh, shoot. I'm going to do a geographical one. That's a good idea, Tom. While you are coming up with your next bold prediction, I will also be coming up with mine. So,
all right. Number 3, Michigan had only 1 sack against Rutgers. Ohio State had only 4 in the first 3 weeks combined. 2-0-2. Ohio State has 3 sacks against Rutgers, more than they've had against any non-Akron opponents, and triple what Michigan had against Rutgers. And Michigan's got a pretty good defense.
Yeah, this is another one where I think they should do it, but the history hasn't been there, so I will allow it. Also, with the understanding and the knowledge that, as we've said on the show, and I've explained to many, many people, sack predictions turn out correct about 1.7% of the time. So that's 98.3% of the time. It does not come true. Even though you're like, you know what? I think I'm going to go Chase Young, half a sack, and then boom, suspension for 2 games. Like, what? How did this happen?
So really what I should do is we can change this. Ohio State has 1 sack against Rutgers. And then Oh, wait. I'm going to go even bolder. Ohio State has at least 0 sacks against Rutgers, and I still only have a 1.7% chance of getting it right based on your own statistics. So that is inherently bold. Ohio State has at least 0 sacks against Rutgers.
You could do, what would be bold? Say only 1 sack.
Not sure.
Like I'm going to give you 3.
Yeah. I'm going to stick with my original prediction because it feels bold. It feels within the spirit of the exercise. I feel like we should count tackles of Noah Vedral in the backfield, even on called runs towards that. 3 tackles for loss on Noah Vedral in the backfield.
No, in fact, we might have to have a discussion if I do not agree with some of the box scoring of this, because it could very well look like a sack. And you know what, even with if you tackle the quarterback on a run pass option where he could have handed it off and he gets tackled because he's looking to throw, to me, that's a mistake on a quarterback's part. It should have been a run. So that will be counted as a loss of rush yardage.
The funny part is I know you're not kidding. And we're going to get in this huge, the whole drive back from New Jersey is just going to be one long extended argument about what is a sack really? I mean, on a spiritual level, what
they didn't even
truly...
start counting them until the 70s. Yeah. Okay. 3 sacks. All right. I will allow that. Is that just from the defensive line?
Oh, no, it is not. It is from anyone. If anyone in the state of Ohio records a sack on Saturday, I'm counting it.
Even though they're playing in the state of New Jersey. No, I like this. No. We're going to stick this. The sacks must be recorded in the state of Ohio. Yes. Good job, Tom. That is bold. I will allow it.
I don't know how many MAC teams are playing at home. And also D3's playing now, I believe. Denison's playing. So Capital, Otterbein defensive line, help me out, buddy. Otterbein defensive line, help me out.
The entire state of Ohio, only 2.5 sacks recorded all weekend, just because of Tom. My next one, and we'll see what you say about this one, because it's the last one that I have written down that I won't have to come up with off the top of my head. At least some type. It's already good.
You're winning this, and you have such a disrespect for the listeners that you're not even prepared for the show. Like this is I put thought into this. I've prepared for it, and somehow this. You remember the line in Aladdin where he goes, "I can't believe I'm losing to a rug." Like that's how I feel every time we do this show.
That's very hurtful. It's not my lack of respect for the listeners at all. I just had some computer problems. Lack of respect for the competition, yes, because I mean, look at it. Do you think, Tom, the Globetrotters, like every morning we're at shoot around 6 hours before the game? No. All right. I know what I'm doing here. I'm going to go with at least some type of return of 30 yards or more. Now here's Tom, here's where you're going to say, no. They've had one kickoff return of 30 yards or more this season. No punt returns of 30 yards or more. 2 interception returns of 30 yards or more, and 1 fumble return of 30 yards or more. So they're averaging 1 return of at least 30 yards.
So you're predicting to do something that on average they've done literally once every game. But that's quite bold.
But Rutgers did not allow a 30-yard return last week to Michigan.
Clearly, precedent here is that that has no bearing on anything.
Do you want me to go at least 1.5?
I will say. Let's see. I will allow if you pick one, a punt return or a kick return, I will allow that, or I will allow 2 returns of 30 yards or more.
No, I like the 1.5 where it's a 30-yard return and a 15-yard return.
That's not how over-unders work, but go on.
How about 30 yards for a kick or punt return? They've only had 1 all season of those 2 things.
I will allow it.
Okay, boom. Lock me in with 1 special teams return. That could also be
no, you said a kick or punt return. You said a kick or punt return.
Returning a punt that is blocked is still returning a punt. It does show up in the stats as a punt return. Usually it's like a 3-yard return for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
But are you telling me that we can't use NCAA based stats here? Mr. FEI.
Weren't you just telling me that the stats are a lie? And again, I wish we were recording this so we could go back 5 minutes and hear your whole dissertation on how stats are an artificial construct. And
thank you.
All right. So number 4 for me, Rutgers finishes with more first downs than Ohio State. This has only happened 5 times since the start of the 2018 season. Most of them were losses. Occasionally you get the weird games. This feels like it's going to be a weird game to me. So first of all, let's go ahead and give me the thumbs up. Only 5 times since 2018. Seems like that. Yes. Okay, good. He's nodding. Podcasting, famously a visual medium, so nodding is a fantastic way to communicate. Great job, everyone. So that also, not sure if the camera was on you there, but that also didn't, hopefully that didn't come through. Anyway, so to get back on track, this feels to me like a game where Ohio State pops some big plays and has maybe some quick drives, and Rutgers is just kind of methodically doing kind of what they did against Michigan, being real methodical, trying to a bunch of 4-yard runs, keep the clock moving, keep Ohio State's offense off the field. So, you have Ohio State popping some big plays where you're only getting 2 first downs and a touchdown drive, and Rutgers gets 4 or 5 first downs, even on drives when maybe they end up punting. So that's my thinking there. Has only happened 5 times since 2018, most of them in losses or very, very close wins. So that's my thinking there. What's your next one?
No, I'm good with that one. How about this one, Tom? Because it has never happened in the history of college football, and certainly not in the history of Ohio State football. CJ Stroud completes 2/3 of his passes.
When you set something up with it has never happened in the history of college football. It's like CJ Stroud throws 1 touchdown pass in October of 2021, and now it has never happened in the history of college football. So it is inherently bold.
But okay, so let's run it down. The first game, 59.1%. Second game, 64.0% or 64.8%. Third game, 60%. Fourth game, 0%.
Wow.
So
the trajectory is not great there. So you would like me to give you credit for a prediction where he's 3% better than he was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Yes, against the number 3 team in the nation.
So you would like marginally better than against a much better defense. That's what we're categorizing as bold here.
What did Rutgers allow to Cade McNamara last week? I think it was about 59%.
I believe he was 9 for 16. So
was now 59. So Tom, at least 69% completion percentage from CJ Stroud.
Don't use my nonsense against me. You will give me 75% and you will give me nothing.
No way, 75%. Do you know how many times Justin Fields hit 75% last year or in his career?
I don't, but are you about to tell me? Because if you're about to tell
you, and just so you know, I'm clicking that right now. Yeah, 75%. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 last year. But in his first year.
Yes, but 5 times in only 8 games? Barely.
But
he barely did it more than half the time.
But in his first season, it was just 1, 2, 3 times.
So 3 times in 1 out of every 5 times. So it is doable, but it would be bold to predict it. Thank you very much. 75% it is.
No, I don't even want to go 70%. How about this? 2/3 and no interceptions. He has never played in a game where he didn't throw an interception.
69% and no interceptions.
69% and 2 interceptions.
69% and no interceptions seems like a very nice compromise. I think we settled there.
I don't like it. I would prefer 67%. And
yes, that's how this works. Yes, we're negotiating.
How about this? 67% and at least 8 yards rushing with no interceptions.
At least 8 yards rushing.
This is going to be a lot of note taking I'm going to have to do on this one. 67% completion, at least 8 yards rushing, no interceptions, and I will throw in a thermos.
Give me 15 yards rushing and you have a deal.
No, I won't. Okay, I'll give you 15 yards rushing. I need 65 yards, 65 completion percentage.
All right, 67, 10, and no interceptions.
Okay, we got to move on. Yes,
all we just did was ensure that he's going to have exactly 11 yards rushing. That's all we just did. It's fine.
67% completion. I got to note all of this down. 10 yards rushing, 0 to 4 interceptions.
Don't believe that's what we actually agreed on there. 67, 10, 0. All right.
Okay.
Today, I want to tell you about a simple way to get all the entertainment you love without the hassle. DirecTV Stream brings your live TV and on-demand favorites together like never before, which means you can watch your favorite sports, movies, and shows all in one place. And the best part? There's no annual contract. So stop waiting and get your TV together with DirecTV Stream. You can learn more at directtv.com. That's directtv.com. Compatible device required. Content varies by package.
At Children's National Hospital, everything we do is just for kids. Our top-ranked specialists are here for kids of all ages, from babies who need help before they're even born to teens and young adults. Our pediatric experts work together to diagnose problems quickly and thoroughly and use treatments designed exclusively for growing children. With convenient locations all across the D.C. metro area, find a specialist today at childrensnational.org/stronger.
Hear that? That's the sound of someone trying to steal your crypto. Every day, thousands of hackers online are doing the same. That's why Arculus uses air-gapped cold storage technology to protect your assets. Using our keycard and wallet app to form a protective barrier, Arculus insulates you from hackers and puts control of your digital assets back in your hands. Order the first truly air-gapped crypto wallet at getarculus.com.
Number 5. This is a one-possession game in the last 5 minutes.
Ooh, Tom.
It just seems like, this has not been a game that Ohio State has traditionally had any issue with. I don't think there's been a snap in the second half of any of these games where that has been a one-possession game since Ohio State and Rutgers started playing in 2014. One-possession game in the last 5 minutes.
That's bold. I will allow that. I think they're favored by more than that.
They're favored by 15 or something like that. Yeah.
So I can't not say it's not bold.
I think that was a quadruple negative, which
I don't know.
That is a new that is the first time in college football history that a quadruple negative has been. It's a great job.
That's my 5th prediction. No, yeah, and at this point, like obviously that seems plausible because of the way we don't really know what Ohio State is. I think they're better than what they were a few weeks ago. Ryan Day has said the same. So I will go ahead and allow that one. That's a good one. Now, as I am trying to come up with my 5th and final 1-point bold prediction, I will say this, Tom. Ohio State will have at least, let's say, how about this? At least 3 interceptions.
On defense?
Who's to say? Yes. The Ohio State defense will have 3 interceptions, and I should look to see if Noah Vedral has thrown anything yet. As I furiously check, he has thrown no interceptions.
Yeah.
Let me.
No, I will allow it. Good. That's a good one. Now the question is, how many passes is Noah Vedral going to throw?
Well, that's the other thing. They don't throw much. That's why I had to go bold.
No,
I figured
he threw 31 passes. Yeah, he threw 31 passes last week, so you can't say they don't throw. But they do a lot of check down stuff. There's not a lot of downfield in their passing game. But
there's going to have to be some tipped passes type of stuff because they're very controlled and safe. Yeah. So you just gotta make some plays. Look, I have a large lead. I'm not going to lose this competition by one bad prediction. So if I have one bad one a week, that's fine. You got to keep people interested. So this is the bone that I throw to you. 3 interceptions for Ohio State this week.
Good. I will allow that one.
I should hope so.
That was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one. It's, man, what a brave new era we're entering, where Tony actually makes bold predictions on the Bold Prediction Show. I'm not sure I'm ready for this. Here's my first bonus one for 2 points. Ohio State has less than 491 yards of total offense. The significance of that is it would be the lowest since the 2018 Penn State game, excluding the Alabama game. Now, this is not Alabama that they're playing. So in the non-Alabama division, it would be lowest total yardage for Ohio State since the 2018 Penn State game.
Yeah, I'm going to allow that one. It just seems we take 500 yards for granted at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what Ohio State does. And it's like now 600 yards is the new 500. Like Jim Tressel always wanted to get 500 yards, but he never really tried. Urban Meyer liked 500 yards and they would get it. Ryan Day, it's like the baseline is 500. We'd like more. I think he's even said like they want 300 yards passing, 250 yards rushing now. Like they're beyond that. So under that, which if this game is, a 1-score game in the fourth quarter, like the offense is going to keep trying. So you're saying like this is going to be a struggle for Ohio State, not a shootout, which maybe that's a plus for the fans. Like, hey, defense is doing better. It's not a shootout. It's just now that are there problems with the offense? Of course. Yes. Should he be terrified? Of course.
Everyone's just going to flip 180 degrees and just be complaining about completely the opposite stuff next week. And you know what? That's great. Different content for us. So I'm looking forward to it.
I will allow that. That's a good one. Good. It's good enough. My bonus, my 2-pointer, my money ball here. Travion Henderson, since we haven't really talked about him, and I feel like we need to, will rush for at least 165 yards.
At least 165 yards.
He is averaging 113 yards right now. So that's basically 1.5 times his average. He's only ever had one 100-yard in the history of mankind. A Travion Henderson has only rushed for one 100-yard game. I'm saying here, I'm going 165. I'm way beyond the 100. I'm saying 165 is what I have for him. And if this is a close game, Tom, as you're projecting and predicting, then I think that's a lot of Travion Henderson. So have I just de-bolded this? No, because I'm basing that off of your bold prediction. So a bold prediction multiplied by a bold prediction, that's where you get the money ball prediction. And that's what I've done here. So 165 at least for Travion Henderson, yay or nay?
See, I was all ready to say yes, and then I forgot this was a 2-pointer. I think 2 points needs to be a little bolder than that. I forgot.
Okay.
Give me 180 yards.
I will give you 173, not a yard higher.
173. Okay. 173 I can do. That's
Okay.
fine. We'll do 173. It is, I was doing the math very quickly, and for 165, so let's see, 173 divided by 6.2, you would have to have 28 carries in order for yours to hit, and my earlier one about 6.2 yards per carry not to hit. So you know what that can only mean. 31 carries, 174 yards for Travion Henderson, 100%. That's what's going to happen. If you can get that exact combination at a sports book, lock it up.
I don't know.
My last one, my extra Powerball, 3 points. Rutgers finishes with at least 36 minutes of time of possession. That has only happened 4 times against Ohio State since 2018.
It also happened last week, right?
Was it close? Yes, I believe it was. Yes, it was. Yes, but I am predicting an exceptionally different game from last week. So,
okay, a very different game, but the exact same time of possession.
Well, as I have said for years, time of possession is a stupid, meaningless stat. But it is an artifact. You're getting to a stupid, meaningless point in a very different way than you did last week.
I will give that to you if, since you're going to use that same time of possession, you either have to use Ohio State's score from last week or Rutgers' score from last week.
Rutgers' score from last week. So you're saying Rutgers is going to score exactly 13 points. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Or Ohio State 59. You can have either score, whichever you choose.
I feel like that's not probably going to be real compatible with my many of my other predictions, but
at least 36 and a half minutes, because it's going to be 36-27. And I need that.
Well, it's going to be 35-58 if we don't
No,
change it. So
no, I need something. You got to give me something. 36.5. 30,
36-15.
36-22.
36-15 it is.
I will allow 36-20.
620. Oh man, it is 100% going 36-18. 100%.
All right. So we are in agreement. My last one that I have to come up right now is that I'm just looking at stuff on the wall to give me ideas for predictions. Let me go back through some of my old ones.
You know, it would be really sporting with you having such a nice lead and also obviously not being prepared for the show. You could just not have an extra bonus one. That's a thing you could do.
No, I want to do this. I feel like I owe it to the people to here's one. I've already predicted 3 interceptions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I double down, not double down, but just break
6
that down
interceptions.
a little bit? No. A linebacker will have an interception, not even including the bullet.
Wow. So when I had to change my my prediction because it happened last week, what did Cody Simon do last week?
He dropped an interception.
No, I mean, after he caught it and ran with it for a long time, he's not still holding the football. So in that way, he dropped an interception.
I swear, didn't he also drop one?
Somebody.
So you're right. Okay.
An Ohio State linebacker has 2 interceptions.
No. How about an Ohio State corner has an interception since they don't have any this year, right? It's not, I mean, technically, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I have bad memories of doing the Ohio State cornerback interception prediction. So let's go with this. An Ohio State defensive back has a sack.
Now I have to go back and look and see who has sacks this year.
It's like,
this feels like a trap.
Just like
this feels like a trap.
Because you go back and I don't think that they have no sacks this year. They had no sacks last year. And you probably have to go back to like Sean Wade. Jocelyn Wint had a sack in 2019. Sean Wade had 2 2019. And yeah, like that's it.
I will allow it. That's
man, I hope this happens so bad.
And I'm going through the 2020 stats sheet, and Jackson Smith and Jigba is credited with a sack. Mm-hmm. So this may not be officially.
That's Tyreek Smith.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
But I thought he didn't have any sacks, but maybe that's because they didn't credit the right guy. So yes, we agree that it's bold because it's only happened.
It is, yes. If it
3
if
times
it
in the
not
last
happened,
5 years.
Yes, if it is not, if it's happening that infrequently, it is inherently a bold prediction. So yes, I will allow that.
Good. I think we've gotten along quite well in this show. I feel pretty good about some of this stuff, and I don't feel great about all of it. But if this defensive back sack happens, Tom, I'm not only going to text you, I'm going to call you, like just repeatedly call you. I'd be like, you got that shot right. You got that shot right. You got that shot right. Make sure you put it in the library. Let me see it. That way, Tom, when you put it in the library, I will download it and text it to you.
You know what I'm really looking forward to? The 8-hour car ride home with you on Sunday. That's what I think of all the things this week. That's what I'm most looking forward to.
Tom, do you remember when Lathan Ransom got that sack? That's just what it's going to be. All right, that will do it, Tom. You have anything else that you would like to add?
No, just looking forward to another week of cursed football watching. This is some kind of like monkey paw thing with me at this point on these predictions. So looking forward to cursing a bunch of people. I'm gonna just start predicting, crazy stuff for opposing teams. Like Talia Tagovailoa has the greatest game in the history of football, and then he'll have almost the greatest game in the history of football. But I will have prevented him from having that. So you're welcome, Ohio State fans.
Yes, he only threw for 570 yards, not 600 like Tom thought. So yes, good job, Tom. I'm looking forward to this weekend's game. As Tom said, we will be there at Rutgers cheering on our predictions and rooting against each other's predictions. It will be great fun. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, as always, for just listening and participating. Not that you guys have participated, but you feel the same emotions that we feel from these predictions. At least 3 of you do. So we thank you 3 for that. And you can find us, as always, at BuckeyeScoop.com. If you're not yet a member, please do so. If you are, thank you for that very, very much. And also you can find us at youtube.com/BuckeyeScoop for all of our videos, podcasts, interviews, streams, all that sort of stuff. So thank you guys. And
Hi, my name is Joe, and I'm a home decor overspender. Hi, Joe. I made a breakthrough. I found HomeSense. It's unreal. So many brand name sofas. I bought one.
Oh, wow, really?
It's okay. The prices, so low. Lighting, unexpected. Rugs, handcrafted. Wall art, eclectic. I go back like every week. No, it's always different. New unique decor, same great savings. Every time you go.
Field trip.
HomeSense. Standout pieces, outstanding prices.
Been thinking about McDonald's all day. Can't get it off my mind. I can already taste it. Ooh, got my mind on my mouth and my mouth ready for some Mickey D's deal.
There's a deal for every moment at McDonald's.
Right now, get 2 of your favorites for just $3.50. Mix and match a classic McChicken, a hot and spicy McChicken, or a juicy McDouble. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Every day, thousands of hackers try to steal your crypto. But Arculus uses air-gapped technology by forming a protective barrier that insulates you from hackers and secures your crypto. Order yours at getarculus.com.
we will talk to you later.
At Children's National Hospital, everything we do is just for kids. Our top-ranked specialists are here for kids of all ages, from babies who need help before they're even born to teens and young adults. Our pediatric experts work together to diagnose problems quickly and thoroughly and use treatments designed exclusively for growing children. With convenient locations all across the D.C. metro area, find a specialist today at childrensnational.org/stronger.
Virginia has a long history of shaping America and our democracy. That's why we're so passionate about making sure every election is safe, secure, and accessible to voters. Virginia Department of Elections officials and volunteers are dedicated to making sure your vote counts. Whether it's a race for school board or for the presidency, we have processes and safeguards to ensure safe, secure, and accessible elections. Learn more at vote.virginia.gov.